Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. It's been a little while since we've had it on the YouTube channel, but today we're starting a new series on the Kaiserreich mod. This is currently in Alpha 0.3.2, Eternal Peace. However, I very much doubt there'll be Eternal Peace in the world in this series. So, what I'm going to do today, as you can probably tell from the title of the video, we are going to be playing as the Dominion of Canada. So, if you're happy to see Hearts of Iron 4 back on the channel, and if you think this is something you'd like to see more of in the future, please do leave a like on the video and let me know in the comments below if this is something you want to see more of. It really helps me decide whether to keep a series going or not based on your reaction. So if this is something that you would like to see more of, then I will upload an episode every other day. Currently I do have the capacity to do that, and the thumbnail is designed by the very talented Havoc. I encourage you to check him out. He does do freelance work, so check him out as well. So if you're not familiar with the Kaiserreich mod, this is probably one of the most popular mods on the Steam Workshop for Hearts of Iron 4, so I definitely encourage you to go and check it out. And it's basically an alternative history where Germany won World War I. And then this is now 1936, and we kind of see the aftermath. So currently, after the Revolution of 1925, the royal family and other British exiles found refuge in Canada. With the support of the Conservatives, they established a semi-official government in exile in hopes of one day reclaiming the home islands. All is not well, however. R.B. Bennett's Conservatives lost the 1935 election to Mackenzie King's Liberals, who, with a loose coalition of progressives, now hold a slim majority in Parliament and seek to assert Canadian parliamentary sovereignty against the growing power of the British exiles and the Crown. With the global political situation deteriorating, the stage is set for intense conflict both at home and abroad. So, what happened was so, this is what happened to Britain, essentially. After 1921's Peace with Honour ended the Wiltcraig, the faith and support of the people in the home islands disappeared. In 1925, disaster struck. A minor labour dispute quickly escalated into a general strike called by the TUC, followed by military desertions to the strikers. So essentially we were evacuated to Canada after essentially a revolution. So we are currently playing as King George V. We have the trait of divided government and Anglo-French tensions. So the tensions are high in Quebec. Unpopular measures like conscription could provoke riots or worse. So we have the Abolish the Parliament, the Constitution Act, and the Treaty with the specific states. These are certain things that we can do at a later point if we want to. So we're going to jump right in. Gosh, every time I start a new series, I tend to fumble my words. And I did actually record the first 35-40 minutes of this. However, my hard drive ran out of space and corrupted the file essentially. So 2 days later, I'm now finally recording it once again, as I really didn't feel like it, because I also deleted 2 hours of raw footage of Mountain Blade, like hilarious Mountain Blade stuff with my friends by accident. So that was just that was a real damn shame, because I was having such a good time, and I was probably going to spend about 6 or 7 hours editing that video from 2 hours down to about up to 10 minutes. So it really was. I was really annoyed. You might have seen my tweet. If you don't follow me, follow me. I sometimes post stuff. There we go. Is that enough of a sales pitch? I sometimes do stuff. So at the moment, this is the custom focus tree for the Dominion of Canada, and I'm really excited to actually start this. It was really fun doing it before. So we're going to go down the defense scheme number 1, which grants the land fort construction period of plus 20%. And I think there's some other stuff that happens too. But I will be going down the King's Speech once King George V is dead. I could go down Public Works, but really I need need that. So we're going to go for that. We do have 3 military factories. But I'm going to go down the research slots, get these done and underway. So we'll go for the Vickers MG and Stokes Mortar. And I need to cough, but I can't. Okay, it's gone away. We good. So I haven't done Hearts of Iron 4 on the channel for a long time. Basically, I've just been... It's taken me a while to get back into YouTube. But now I am firmly getting back into YouTube, really having a lot of fun with El Youtubo. So let's get Haida Gwaii. Let's get the civilian factory in Haida Gwaii. We can't get any up here, unfortunately. However, we should be able to get some... Oh, gosh, yes. Most of our... Okay, I'm going to leave one slot open. Northern Ontario can get one. At least one slot open in every province. Alberta's fine. For military factories at some point, because we will need to build up. Low manpower, that's fine. And the political power is... Well, we're losing that political power quite rapidly. Let's also get me some support equipment. At the moment, we're stockpiling, which is great. Let's get some towed artillery and then some motorized as well. So I'm quite happy to stockpile these. So when we actually do recruit stuff, then that's fine. So we're in need of oil. We need 24 oil. We are currently going to produce 2 oil. I don't think the Alberta oil sands have been... Oh, yeah, it's only in BC that we're getting any kind of oil. I wonder if we can reveal the oil sands. I'll have to take a look at that. But let's go for Venezuela. Get the oil from Venezuela. Excuse me, gosh. What do we also lack? We have a surplus of aluminium and rubber. We need rubber and tungsten, but we need a lot of steel. So it might be prudent for me to go down that route now. 56 steel. Holy moly. And I'm going to start lacking factories here. 11 are used to produce consumer goods, leaving us 4 available for trade. So let's get that going, because I want to see how hampered we are without our production at the moment. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Kaiserreich team. Oh my, I don't even like this mod. Wow. Great job, lads. So I want to know everything. So I'm not going to read everything out. I would recommend, if you want to read every single bit that pops up, pause the video when you see it pop up and do it kind of that way. That's probably the best way for you. So let's get an army going. 6 divisions can border with the USA over here. Then I believe we'll probably need... Actually, this... Okay, well, I'm going to... Actually, let's keep the RCMP brigade. Yeah, we'll keep the RCMPs. We need some Mounties in Canada. We'll have the tanks against Detroit. And infantry going against Buffalo. Toronto must be defended. So that's 15. I wonder how much Ottawa, our capital, has. 20. Yeah, Montreal's also worth 20. I don't really think we need troops in the Maritimes. We've got 2 Royal Marine divisions. You can actually assist in the defence there. And are these Mounties? So we've got some Mounties both in... Oh, gosh. I'm going to say the Saskatchewan. Yep. Well, hey, my geography is getting a bit better. There we go. Actually, no, you can stay there. That's fine. The political situation. So, Prime Minister King's government... So, we've kind of spoken about this before. So, the next few years of Mackenzie's government will decisively shape the country's future. In question marks, but yes, it will. I can guarantee you that. Spoiler. Okay, so... Production, okay. So we're upgrading our fighters. Very good. In terms of our Air Force. Our tactical bombers. Because I don't need to use all of these. All the naval bombers can... Ah. Yeah, the rest are on there. The assassination of President Kerensky. So I think that's in Russia. Yep. Soviet Union not yet formed. Ah, we have a division in Newfoundland. I think I'll probably keep them there, though. The Entente enters a state of mourning. So King George V is now dead. So once we can, we are going to go straight down and begin the King's speech. Yes, sir. And then we can go down various things down here. And I don't believe that we can actually... We can explore the north. Oh. Prairie oil prospects. There we go. So that's where we can get oil from Alberta, Saskatchewan, and the Yukon. And then we can get... Oh, yes. Canada is rich. Oh. in natural resources. Invest in natural resources. There we go. Yes. We'll definitely have to go down that route as well. Trans-Canada Airlines. Got to get them going. So we can either do the draft Bill 17. We can abolish the Parliament. Sorry, I'll keep this going. There we go. So King Edward VIII is crowned as King of Britain. Oh, okay, so we'll go down the King's Speech. You can see I'm on minus political power at the moment, so we are losing that quite rapidly. That is partly due to the fact that we're doing the national focus. So if I didn't do the national focus tree for a few days, then that would help it recover. But I think we're fine for the moment. Okay. Black Monday. Mein Gott. Oh, the Emir of Afghanistan declared war on the Dominion of India. Okay. Electoral gridlock in France. The Commune of France is the world's leading syndicalist nation, united as a federation of city communes directed by the committee. Okay. The 5th Anglo-Afghani War. Oh my God. Okay. We will accept, however, they won't need my assistance. They will win that war, no problemo. Yeah. So at the moment, just to give you an idea of the factions, we are in the Entente still. There is the Mittel Europa, and there is also the Third Internationale, which only consists of, well, them. They're not the most powerful faction in the world. Socialist Republic of Italy. Then we also have the German Empire still around, which is led by Wilhelm II. And then we have the Dominion of Canada. The United States will turn into a bloodbath. That's going to be amazing to see. Okay. So with my actual 6 divisions, let's get Harold Alexander, or, oh, crumbs. So the King's Speech, let's just move that out the way. Okay, so the Prince endorses Bennett and the Exiles. So the Prince of Wales is popular both in French and English Canada, and his views may very well sway the opinion of others. So I will eventually, my aim will be to go and take back the Union, take back Britain. So we're going to endorse the Exiles, make preparations for the grand coronation. We must liberate our brothers in Britain. So no one really likes me there. That's fine. So you can get Claude. We'll do Harold Alexander there. So we're not getting a national focus just yet. We did get some political power from doing that. So I can draft Bill C-17. I could also go down Public Works, but this will be in my benefit, to be honest. But what I do need is political power. And at the moment, none of these gives that to me. Except Defence Scheme number 2. And then we'll kind of go down that route at some point. So we're going to draft the bill. And the reason I'm not... he's so charming. Okay, so he's so charming. Bishop criticises military priorities. Bishop demands that more money and manpower be spent on modernising the Air Force. So that reduces our manpower to pretty much 0. We do get the chief, but that reduces our... Okay. So at the minute, I can't justify that. So let's move that over here. Arming the nation. The King's Ascension marks the beginning of a new era. The ad hoc and difficult task of strengthening Canadian industry, integrating the Royal Navy, and finding a place for the hundreds of thousands of British exiles have been a trying test for Canada. We'll make it a bipartisan effort. Indeed, and the Air Force... I can't justify giving them any more of priority than anything else. Although I would like the radar station, and we'll get one airbase in Nova Scotia. We do already have one which can handle 600 planes, so at the minute I can't justify it. And that does great things for my political power. However, we're going to be spending that soon. Here we go! Right. The future of Canada's industry. Okay, so British Prime Minister Herbert... Bomber factories. Well, this wouldn't increase the size. Blah, 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 blah. Some MPs are arguing for a compromise where the government will nationalise the specialised industries that require great deals. Compromise. We'll do the compromise. I'm a very compromising person, so potential increase in stability. Okay. Oh, bloody hell. The remilitarization of Olentina. Uncertain times. Okay. So I could conscript every able into the B class, which wouldn't go down well at all with Quebec. I could do no conscription, which would appease Quebec. Or I could, because Quebec is here, or I could, the Tories making a convincing argument. So we're going to go for that route, which increases our political power a little bit. The progressives leave the government, and there are protests in Quebec at the moment. The old feud has been rekindled. We now are minus political power. This will eventually go. Here we go. Okay, so Canada has been able to avoid the bitter class war that engulfed Britain after the Great War. So this is a very text-heavy start to the game. So if you're not looking for that, make sure just to pause it, read it if you want, or just kind of skip ahead. But all of these... okay. Remove all security minister ideas from the Dominion of Canada. Go for that route. But each one impacts me a lot. So profits from legation cities. Let the money flow! Okay, so following the 1926 German intervention in China, the Treaty of Nanjing, signed in November of that year, foreign trade was left to the richest cities of the coast under a joint control of world powers owning interest in China. So we are in there. Okay, they're still bringing us a grand profit. Fantastic. That is not good, though. First International Congress. Okay. Okay. Pause. Okay, so we've done that. So we can pass the bill, or we can kill it in the house and we get the redo hall. I don't really want to do that, so... Right, so Nova Scotia adds 1 infrastructure and 2 building slots. The same for New Brunswick. Quebec adds a military factory. We gain the National Spirit Compromise Economic Plan. Removes the Disarmed Nation, removes volunteer only, removes limited conscription, change mobilization law to extensive conscription. Training time plus 10. We gain the National Spirit St. Laurent Committee, which grants... Okay. I will do that. I think I've got an email. So that means we're going up in political power. So I could either abolish the Parliament... But we went through. So we'll do the Constitutional Act, and that will remove the national spirit of divided government. Now, at the moment, that is taking down our political power by 9.90 a day. So we definitely need to do that pretty sharpish. We don't have any divisions in basic training, so let's actually start building them up. So the motorised brigade they're not amazing, so I'll change them when I'm able to, but we'll get them in Ottawa. Deploy the tanks in Ottawa! Okay, so we've got those infantry divisions there. I'll probably go for... We might as well get them assisted with tanks. In Southern Ontario. And we are going to start recruiting some troops down in British Columbia. Down in Vancouver, to be precise. Okay, so we have a 3 military factory. Let's just focus on getting infantry equipment. So the reason, I think I already kind of explained this, but the reason I'm doing that is from the fact that I don't really want to use all of my civilian factories on trade at the moment, but we will just try and get some chromium to actually speed this up a little bit. Aeroplanes in reserve, that's fine. Research slot available, great. And I'm actually going to go and get some Vickers tanks. Okay, so in Montreal and Quebec City, riots have broken out to protest conscription. Foolish Quebecois! Okay, the Dominion of India and the Emirate of Afghanistan have signed a white peace, but the Dominion of India have expanded. has expanded. The conscription riots end. So they got over it. At the moment, I can't afford it. Mr. Stanley Baldwin resigns. Ah. Okay. So at the moment, not a whole lot has happened. We do have the United Mexican States down there. Okay, so McLeek declared war on Mongolia. That's fine. Arthur Hornet elected as chairman of the TUC. Interesting. Okay. Looking at the state of the rest of the world, you can see that the... oh my gosh, what the... Okay. So we've done the Constitution Act. What's next for Canada? Form a unity government. And then we can get bilingualism as well. So at the moment, we're getting 132 a day. That will reduce it down to 0.32 a day, but we are in positive political power. As you might call it. Okay. We'll go for dispersed industry. As Canada is quite spread out. Let's also reduce the research time. But we've accomplished a lot. We have 500,000 manpower remaining. We only have 4,500 in the air. We have 122,000 manpower in the Navy. The Royal Wedding! If you didn't like the Royal Wedding, after long preparations, His Majesty has finally wed Princess Isabel of Orleans. There we go. Very nice indeed. After the British Revolution collapsed, the American economy, upstate New York, and the states east of it reorientated towards Canada to preserve their economies. Too conservative for syndicalism, but too moderate for America. New England has become isolated from the rest of the United States. I think we'll hope it does come to that. And there's a car alarm going off. That seems to happen every time I try and record recently. It's absolutely fantastic. Okay, so we have the Commonwealth of Canada now. There we go. Changed our country name. It's Quebec City here. What's that? Oh, it's not on the map. But they have Fredericton. There we go. And I presume they have Halifax too. Halifax, there we are. Construction is complete. Into War Artillery. Da 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 da. Let's get my Air Force in southern Ottawa. Okay, so disturbances in the USA. Prime Minister and King have anxiously observed the political developments concerning our American neighbours, and it's clear to him that a crisis is coming to a head. Okay. But the King feels something must be done. If the syndicalists win the upcoming federal election, it will be a terrible threat to our national security. We should send a private letter to MacArthur. And now we will go down and get official bilingualism, and that will reduce the effect of Anglo-French tensions, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. And then we're going to probably go down the route of that route, yeah. Don't particularly want to spend my political power at the moment, in case we get events. High party popularity. Great. Okay. Well, that's all fine. We've got a 71% popularity with the Liberals. Crumbs. Average stability. I could change it to good stability, but that's fine at the minute. We've got average, so that's... yeah, that's fine. I love it when a plan comes together. It's Boston, Providence, New York, Newark, and then I think we got... how many points is Washington worth? 40. Oh. So the capital's only worth 40. The Arab Congress. The Arab result in the Wiltcraig was a failure, mostly due to the defeat of the Entente, and millions of the Arabs living in the Levant and Iraq stayed under Ottoman rule. Ah. Okay. How many divisions does the Ottoman Empire have? Between 24... oh, 24 and 44. Okay. Official bilingualism. There we go. That is fandabby-dozy. Now let's go down defense scheme. As we will need that. Unfulfilled import request from Socialist Venezuela. You freaking having a giraffe, mate? I now need 24. Alright, fine. Netherlands, give me oil. Thank you, sirs. Thank you. Okay. Oh, bum. Sorry, I tried to do the wrong thing then. You may have none of my factories. I was hesitant to do it with the United States, just from the fact that I know they're very unstable, but I don't have much of a choice at the moment. Let's get the Vickers. He will have decent tanks. You know what? Fine. Excellent. We'll take it. Political power is rising, which is great. Defense scheme number 2. That gives us more political power. Can't do anything there at the moment. We could secure the North Atlantic, but we are going to go down the route of public works. Okay, let's see how we're doing in terms of our military. We're getting there. I can probably afford to spend a little bit on political power now. We're on extensive conscription, which is fine. I think I might add a chief of army. Decisive battle doctrine. Oh, okay. Yeah, I need to decide which doctrine to go down first. We'll go for the Canadian... I thought it said Macaroni Company then. Whoops. Nope. Ah, there's Edmonton. Worth 5 victory points. Dispersed industry. Do they have Victoria? They do! Yay! Okay, so I'll go down the grand battle plan. It'll take a long time, but it'll be worth it in the end, young ones. Young ones? What am I talking about? The younglings. Edmund Ironside. You will command the troops if it comes to war with the United States. But the main aim is to take back the Union of Britain. And at the moment, we just don't have the power to do that. When I go back, it will be with force. Okay, we could found the CBC. National Housing Act, or we could do the Trans-Canada Airlines. Ooh. I'll go for the Trans-Canada Airlines so I can go down and get all the natural resources. Queen Mary Way. Oh, there we go. 2 infrastructure. Swish. So I'm surprised the United States hasn't had its events yet. Because usually they would have had them by now. Aha, here we go. Okay. We are going to seize the Panama Canal from the Americans. Civil war has erupted in the United States, tearing apart the last threads of unity in the Union. Canada seizes the Panama Canal. We become the owner and controller of the Panama Canal. Forever. There we are. We have seized it. It's mine now. It's mine. Oh, look at that. Okay, so occupation of New England. The outbreak of civil war has left New England region lightly defended and vulnerable to occupation. We will seize New England and welcome our cousins. Our New England cousin will welcome. There we go. So the Second American Civil War. So in that we have the combined syndicates of America, the American Union State, and we have the Pacific States of America. And we have now seized control. And our force... you can now have your border there. Okay, syndicates uprising in Manila. Okay. Definitely do not trust the USA to protect their borders. Aha! Status of Alaska. With America's falling apart, Alaska has become a dagger against our western flank. We should move to occupy the state now before it can be militarized by a hostile power. Yes, we shall seize Alaska. Democracy prevails. Oh. And shall it be? So there we go. Look how much we've expanded through seizing territory. But did I have any oil? Really? There's no oil in that? Come on, man. Ah, we've got military factories. Oh, there's only one. But we will get some tanks. Dockyards of 3. Some heavy cruisers. But we now control Boston. Fantastic. So we've taken control of New England. Shit. That was not meant to happen. I was meant to seize it. I didn't want it to be... Oh, God damn it. That was annoying. Is there like a save game that we have here? February 1st, 1937. Yeah, I think we can do that. Oh, no, let's reload that because I actually want to keep it. So we'll reload the autosave. God damn, that's frustrating. Okay, but it's fine. We'll let this happen. We'll seize the Panama Canal. Too bad. that is mine now, yeah? Yeah. Okay, I need to stop clicking so quickly. Civil War is happening. We will seize Alaska, seize New England. Okay. Take them both. Good. Sorry for this, guys. That is my mistake. But it will be mine. I want it. So I need a crap ton of oil again. Pacific States of America, you can give me the oil because I'm going to have relations with you. Heavy cruisers. Okay, that's unexpected. Second America Civil War. Democracy prevails. Austrian Empire declares war on Hungary. Oh, well, there we go. Austrian Empire. Oh, no. So how many divisions do they have? Okay, yeah. Hungary's screwed. Crisis on the Danube. Europe is never going to be calm. The Italian Federation declares war on the Austrian Empire. Oh, wow, that's... Okay. The Canadian occupation of New England has kept the area from falling into the hands of the CSA. Many New Englanders were resentful of the Canadian troops on New England soil. Okay, the Canadian Parliament of Independence, the Liberals in Ottawa agreed that independent New England administered by the New Englanders while Canada offered protection against the CSA would benefit both parties. No. It's mine. All mine. And it shall remain mine. Now there's an event that I'll get soon, I think. It's only because I'm going down this that it's taking a little bit longer, I believe. Okay. So we're going to go down the route of treaty with the Pacific States. I could also support Washington and then get the pact with the USA and intervene in the Civil War. But I'm not going to. Gonna have a treaty with the Pacific States. Sardom restored. The Russian Empire is back. Leading by... God, Kirill. Well. Austrian Empire took 4 states. Okay. Then we'll just get the alliance with the Pacific States. And we can welcome them into the Entente. Excellent news. The combined syndicate states of America between 9 and 20 divisions, 9 and 17, 7 and 10, and 12 and 20. So that's going to go on for a while, but the combined syndicates of America not doing too great. Okay, let's get the decent tanks. And we're now in 1937, so we can start dispersing the industry a bit more. Oh, you think your border there. RCMP will defend the border. Okay, so now that's done, we'll go down the route of invest in natural resources. And I believe... Yeah. So, my impression was that... Oh. Oh, they've got the Belgrade Pact. There we go. My impression was that we could actually invite them to the faction. Okay, there's a civil war in Spain. But I guess that... Oh god. Civil war. Yeah, they should get the event. Give me the frickin' event. It ran a lot smoother last time I did it. They got the event pretty much straight away and they joined the Entente. And then I also had the option of declaring war on the United States. But that hasn't happened this time. And I don't know what's going on, but the Pacific States of America seem to be ploughing in. The actual United States... They lost Washington? No, they're holding on to Washington. But that... American... Yeah, that's... No idea what's going on, really. But that's where I'm going to have to leave it for today. So if you're liking this series, of course, let me know in the comments below and leave a like. It'd be very much appreciated. And if you want to see part 2, help me out. Because it seems like a really fun series to do. So I am more than willing to keep this going every other day for the foreseeable future. So until next time, everyone, I bid you a very, very good day.